Right, so we're here in Sandsend. This is the Wixend Cafe. The park is head off along the seafront. So we're doing a circular route, aren't we? Which is
About 8 kilometres.
yeah. It says it should take you 2 hours and 15 minutes. It's a blustery one. It's windy. You can see all the people walking to Whitby along the beach.
Yeah.
Lots of cafes in Sandsend. It's a popular place. Coffee shop. A bit cold to sit out. That's the famous seafood restaurant. Welcome to Mulgrave Woods. This is all new because last time I came up here, this road wasn't like this. It was just like what we just walked to, like a dirt track.
Yeah.
Mulgrave Woods, the beach. Oh, that's the car park in there. So yeah, it's got to be this way, hasn't it?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, this is new. Oh, I can't believe how blustery it is. Yeah, they've got their own little timber yard as well, look.
Yeah. This will be impressive in full flow.
Yeah. And it coming over that little road there.
Yeah.
It's a proper working estate, isn't it, this?
Yeah. First time I've been here.
Well, I don't think they let people in at all. A few years ago.
Morning.
Please keep dogs on short lead at all times.
Yes, that was that one.
Yeah. Yeah, this is good paths, aren't there, to walk.
Yeah.
People.
A decent climb up.
Yeah. Yeah, fabulous paths these, aren't they?
Not bad at all.
And hear the birds singing. The water just down in the valley. But there's loads of deer around here on a early evening or early morning.
I hope so. Would be nice.
Beautiful forest.
Some Christmas trees.
Whoops.
Hey. Enjoy your trip.
I did. Well, look at that beautiful tree.
It's nice, it's nice.
Yeah.
So we've seen some people walk up this path.
Yeah, which could be the path from the Cleveland Way. So if you do the Cleveland Way onto the cliffs, you then can cut across a farmer's field and drop into the woods this way.
So the map said we've just entered the protected area.
The protected area?
Yeah. Well, I thought we went through the tunnel.
Oh,
It's a
yes.
protected area.
Yeah, we haven't got to the tunnel yet, have we?
Oh.
Yeah, another beautiful fern tree in front of us
Yeah.
there. They're always so beautifully shaped, aren't they, even though they haven't been trimmed
Nature.
like that. Nature, yeah. A little hut in front. So come to another type of junction. Yeah, I think we just go straight on here. That's not as
No. We turn right.
Do we?
Yeah.
Is
That's
you,
a
but
surprise.
it
It
doesn't.
takes you to the same place.
Yeah.
Well, this is obviously a nicer walk.
Oh, right. Good job you got your map out.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't look like a walk track or used track as much as that one.
No.
Yes, this is more of a woodland windy path, isn't it? Is that path down there?
Yes. Oh, well. We've gone uphill for no reason.
Whoosh, 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 whoosh. There's a bit of a climb on this bit. But as we always say, when you go up, you got to come down. Looking forward to the down bits.
Yeah, we nearly at the top.
Yay!
Oh, the tunnel.
The tunnel! We're at the tunnel!
You see, if you stay down there, you'd miss this tunnel out.
Yeah, are you sure this is the tunnel? What's it a tunnel for? Is it just to get cattle across? Oh, it's only very little.
It's a bridge, isn't it? A road.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only very little.
Hello.
Woo! Squidgy.
Yeah.
We're coming to a T-junction. I'm presuming we're going left. Uphill.
Uphill again.
Beautiful in here though, isn't it?
Yeah. It's got to be downhill after this bit, it's here.
It's got to be. Ah. Yay! I'm off with a layer. It's too warm. Oh. Surely it's downhill now. So we reckon if you'd have taken the lower path rather than the higher path, this is it here. Looks a nice path, but we followed the route on our walking up. Believe it or not, we're going up. Up, up, up. Oh, there you go.
Castle.
Up top of hill.
So, interesting fact. So, originally built in 1214. A programme of repair and consolidation between 1995 and 1999. Romanticised by the Earl of Mulgrave.
Mm. I wonder how many latrines it had in it
The top trumps cards.
with the top trumps card.
Yeah, now the rats.
Yeah.
What was the other?
Haunted.
How haunted it was.
Yeah. And top rating for top trumps. Top
Yeah.
rating for the castle. That looks new, that bit of wall.
So, yeah, he's
Done some work.
did a bit of restoration to keep its feel. Actually done a lot of work on it, I think. Yeah, he's done a lot of work on it. Which is good. That's another century.
Yeah.
That looks like the twin
Yeah.
towers of the entrance.
Oh, so you go up the steps to get in. Yeah, some lovely views from here, isn't there? That's a good plaque there. So this would be all the Mulgrave estate here. All this land and the fields.
Right.
I wonder if that's one of the, you know, the house in the Mulgrave.
Oh yes, that's nice. It's a lovely rolling hillside
Oh,
over there.
geez, it's stunning. Stunning. It's good that the estate let people come in, isn't it? Free of charge.
Well, the touched on overpowered, if you ever do get overpowered.
Yeah,
There's a thick and high walls in the valley.
yeah. Through to those.
Arrow slits.
Yeah. $1664. Yeah, I mean it's a decent enough castle, isn't it? Good. It's good that the estate have put these down and put little picnic seats
Yeah.
for people to sit on. Right, so we're heading. Do you know which way you're going?
Yeah.
So it's back round by the castle, is it? Yeah, so that's the castle. So we're about halfway on our walk then, aren't we? Yeah. Beautiful view. Must have been stunning, this castle, and it's, you know, heyday, and getting here must have been fabulous for people. So we're heading back the way we came to get into the castle. But then our map says we take a right here. We should find some steps.
Yep.
There we go. And then do we go right or left? I'd have thought we'd have gone left.
Go left, be ready.
Yeah, so we're heading down there. That's the tunnel.
Let's go through here then. No, so this tunnel isn't actually on the route. So you have to go back up a level to see what's on the other side.
Alright.
Oh, it's a bit dark. Sunglasses don't help though.
Yeah.
That's just another route up, isn't it, to the castle.
Yeah.
Right, back where we were. We actually walked above it up to the castle.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, back there.
And down to the left, and about half a kilometre later we crossed the river.
Did we?
Gone to the route. See if it's stepping stones or not, or a little wooden bridge.
I reckon it'll be a little wooden bridge.
Yep.
In fact, I think it'll be a big wooden bridge. Yay!
Downhill.
Oh, it's nice. Nice on my legs. Oh, it looks like a bridge over there.
Oh, there's the river. Look.
Sticks it right. Have a look at the river. Yeah, it looks like a pretty large bridge. I think it'll take a vehicle. So no stepping stones for us today. The river looks nice down there as well. Very picturesque here, this little bit. With the beautiful pine trees. It's an old bridge this, isn't it? Someone's made a swimming pond.
Looks deep, yeah.
Yeah, people come dipping here.
Yeah.
Yeah, very pretty.
Looks like a crossroads.
Yeah. Up this path. Oh, we're going that way. How many people?
Shortcut.
Yeah.
Seen a lot of people.
It's a Sunday. Yeah. I mean, it did say that this path was it was only open on what days? Saturday, Sunday and Wednesdays.
Yeah, one of the weekdays.
Yeah. So we're on 3 miles at the moment. So we've got 1.5 miles to go.
Yep.
So I would say that's a mile through the woodland to get back onto the main road that's at the beach, and then 1/2 mile straight down the beach back to the car park. But I've got to be honest, it's a bit more hilly than I expected. I mean, it's alright for us because we're fit as fiddles.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look at this. Spring, 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 spring.
Do that at the top of this valley.
Yeah. But yeah, much hillier than I expected.
Well, like you said earlier, there are shortcuts,
Yes.
alternatives to trace, a lot flatter.
Yeah. That family we've just watched there, they've just cut straight through the middle of the valley. Yep. Still going up. Up, up, up. We're still heading up. Can you believe it? Yeah. But that's impressive when it's in full flow.
Yes.
Like a mini waterfall.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're heading into some what do you call these? Fern bushes. It's like, it'd be alright if it was raining. It reminds me of Derby Forest this. So I'm going through one of their tracks.
Still uphill though.
Still uphill. We're nearly there! We're nearly there!
This time next year.
It's got to be around this corner. So we're going left. We're taking a left, aren't we?
Yeah.
At the top. Oh, it's a house.
Oh.
Ah! I wonder if this is a house that you can rent from the Braithwaite Hall estate. So I watched this house when I was at the hotel with Diane once. So where do we go from here?
I said left down the road.
Oh, left. Yeah. Pretty the way they put the lights around the foliage. Mulgrave Woods. So this is just a gatehouse for the
Oh, for this.
Mulgrave estate again, yeah? It's just where the gamekeeper lives. Head in. Down there, where that car's coming. Yay! Down. On road with grass growing in the middle. We are in North Yorkshire. Oh. So that was pleasant along this road. Like from to the farm.
Yeah.
Yes, we've gone through a few farms here, one on the right, one on the left. There's a crush there to get the cows in. And we're heading to this little village, which is Dunsley.
Yeah.
Didn't even know there was a village up from Sands End. Find something new every day.
Every day's a school day.
Every day's a school day. So which way do we go then?
Me? No, not to it.
Down.
Oh yeah, we're down here. Yeah. It's a lovely village, isn't it?
Yeah. That's like a hall though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
Earls.
very grand. You've got to have some money to live there. Unless it's been made into a hotel now.
Oh, it's a sign.
Is it Dunsley Hall?
Something Hall.
Yeah, beautiful. Look at it. Oh, it is a hotel. Country House Hotel. So we're heading down from Dunsley village and we can see the ocean well in front of us now. So, not much further.
Mulgrave's the biggest estate, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Definitely. We've come down the road and it's telling us now to go through that gate. Up these steps.
Oh, it's well hidden. Oh, there's a gate there. Yes.
Well, you would have missed it if you didn't have your app.
That's true.
So up this gate, through this very narrow hedge, hang on to the pole. Into the field. So we need to go towards the tower, but it doesn't look like there's a path. So we're going to go to the right and hopefully pick up a path at that hedge. Right, see how we get on with this.
Since going across the field, obviously you can't do that when they're growing crops.
No.
This is the best.
So it's whether this one cuts around the corner like that.
Yeah.
Which it looks like it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think we're fine.
They've started farming these fields since they've done the maps. Must have done. I mean, this is definitely a path, this look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it can't be down there. I'm not going down there. I'm just going to walk to where my blue dot tells me I should be.
Yeah.
So where is that?
Yeah, the blue dot says we should be on that tree.
Right, let's go to that tree and see where the blue dot is. Where's the path from here? So we'll have to go underneath there and up the other edge. So we've had to climb the hedge and where they go and look out for the deer to shoot. And unfortunately we can see where we need to be over there. But we're going to have to go over this field as fast as we can.
Well, the arrow's here, isn't it? So you've got to come across here.
Yeah.
The style, you have to go.
Well, unless you came down the side of that field.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised that there's arrows now, and this is the first arrow that we've seen. Is it in that field, do you think?
You see the path there.
Yeah. Stick to
Stick to that path. Do the closest one, yes.
All right. Yeah, it's a strange thing, that, isn't it? It's got no windows in it.
No.
Has it got slits in it? Am I imagining that? No. Is it a water tower?
Could be a water tower. Yeah, could be. I suppose it could be a grain silo, but it's unlikely.
So I'm going down here.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a sty. Yeah, through the woods.
Right, stay on this path until we come to a road.
Woo! Road! The main road!
No,
Ah,
just the Mulgrave East Road or something. So warm again now.
yeah. Yeah, once you get out of that wind. Yeah. Down the steps.
Why are steps always the wrong?
Oh, well, the different sizes as well, aren't there? Go over a little bridge. We're coming into civilization. You can see a house up yonder. I think these are the little houses, Tony.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah. The blue house over there. Am I going right? No, straight on. Yeah. There's the path there. Ah, there we go. There we go.
Car park's a little full.
Yeah. So we're going to come out at the bridge, really, aren't we? Which I didn't think is where the road, where the track was. I thought we came out further up. That's a strange thing, because it's like a house that's been in 1, 2, 3, 4 generations, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Footbridge.
Right, we're going to come to the end of our walk. It's where the famous fish cottages, where everyone goes, and the little river where all the kids play in. The bridge you can see is just behind me. So we really have had an enjoyable walk. It's been a real big mixture. Not what we expected. We expected a walk in the parks. We went through the woods up to Mulgrave Castle, and then we went further up and across onto the moorlands, and then we cut back down through Dunsley village, and then it became very strange. We took the right route, but the paths were very difficult. I think the farmer had ploughed over where you were supposed to walk, which is not nice when you feel like you're walking over a farmer's field. But anyway, we found the path, we picked it back up, we came back through the woods on this side of the stream, and we've ended up back where we started, really. The car park's just round the corner. Just remember, always have a squid in your step. GoPro, stop recording.